Hi Taurus, welcome to I'm You Tarot. My name is Sharena and this is going to be your self-reflection video for the week. So today we're going to talk about anything that you need to reflect on that will help you bring you closer to your goals and anything that will bring you a sense of fulfillment and achievement. And we're also going to take a very quick look at your relationships closest to you this week to see if they benefit you for your goals or if they take you farther away from them by distraction. Okay, so the deck that we're going to be pulling from first is the Interconnections Oracle deck, and this is going to act as a preview for the information that we're going to discover on the extended version of this video. And you can watch that for free on my website. You could just use the first link that you're going to see down below in the description box. So this is going to be one of the topics that we're going to discuss even further. So for all Taurus individuals, all Taurus placements, let's see what we have for their significant connections around them or those people who will become significant to you. What do we have for all Taurus placements? So I'm going to assume that this is someone outside of you, Taurus, because I'm reading from your perspective, but it could very well be your own energy that I'm reading. So please, apply it how it resonates. But we have someone here whose trust issues are affecting a connection, whether it's yours or theirs. And then at the bottom, however, you inspire them to change, Taurus. So yet they have trust issues, but maybe they're willing to open up. Maybe they're willing to work on those issues to, be willing to trust again and let people in again. Okay, so we're going to talk more about that in the extended, as well as your finances at this time. So whatever is going on in your current financial or career situation, or just your overall relationship with money, we're going to be taking a quick look at that as well with the Hustle deck here from Fire Witch Tarot, my favorite money deck that I've came across thus far. So let's see, for all Taurus individuals, all Taurus placements, what do we have for their finances this week? Nope. Okay. So you are being told to protect your money, Taurus, because danger lurks. Okay, I'm not saying that you're being targeted right now, but I do say danger lurks. Okay, there's frauds out there, there's scammers, there's grimy people who's trying to take people's money if it's out, up for reach, up for grabs. So protect your money. Okay. Oh wow, who had this? I think it was Gemini. Stolen ideas. Be careful of who you trust. So you may need to go watch the Gemini reading as well. Some of you may need to create a private account, I just heard. So we're going to talk more about that in the extended as well. And then the very last thing that we're going to talk about over there a lot more in good detail is a question that you may have. And you can think of a question throughout the course of this video. And then at the end of this video, we're going to be answering that with this deck here, the Ask the Universe deck. But let's say that you don't have a question. This could just be clues that, you could expect to experience throughout the course of the week from whenever you watch this. And for that, I'm going to be pulling some oracles from the Shit You Need to Hear deck. All right, so let's see. Either these can be clues as to what it is you asked about, or again, some things that you could expect this week that we'll talk deeper in detail on the extended. All right, so Taurus, what is the shit you need to hear? Something flip for you. All right, I think some other sign had this too. I'm not sure if it was Gemini. You might need to seriously watch the Gemini reading. But we got 2 tears in a bucket. So cry about it, but get over it. Continue to move on. Okay? So a situation like that may come about this week. Don't you dare cry over a fuck boy, a fuck girl. So maybe some of you don't need to cry. I just heard maybe some of you need to just shrug something off. Like, honey, you are better than this. Don't you dare. Shrug that off and continue to move forward. Okay, so those are going to be some of the things that we're going to talk about on the extended. But again, if you have a question or if you think of a question, just hold that in the back of your mind for the end of this video. We'll go ahead and answer that for you. All right, but in regards to your own self-reflection, you and your own energy, Taurus, what is it that you need to reflect on? Any possible inner issues that could be reflecting in your waking life at this time? What is it that we need to discuss or think about? So we're going to be using the Gift of Virtue Clarity deck for you. And as I am shuffling for your cards, I do want to let you know that this is for all Taurus placements. not just sun, moon, and rising, okay? If you don't know your full natal chart, again, visit my website. And then at the top of every article that you're going to see 2 links to 2 other websites. If you know your birth time, it's going to allow you to fill out a form, and it's going to give you your entire chart for free, okay? So wherever you have Taurus in the 4th house, or as your Jupiter placement, South Node, this is where that message is going to apply, okay? So please have an open mind. All right, so what does Taurus need to reflect on at this time? This card is sticking out to me. The first card we have is proactivity. Be the change that you want to see in the world. And this is Aries and Virgo energy. Let's see, what's at the bottom? We have purity. Shrouds have no pockets, and this is Scorpio energy. Some of you may need to come clean about something. Some of you may even make a confession, because that is not only how you're going to be able to make a difference, or for how a situation is going to change. And then your last card is eloquence. You must answer the devil in his own language. Gemini and Capricorn energy. So you may need to watch these other signs as well, especially that Gemini energy. Okay. So, all right. Let's go ahead and talk about it, Taurus. Put these off to the side here. So that first card, again, we got proactivity. So some of you could be struggling with that. Oh, I'm going to be clarifying with the transient light tarot deck as well. But some of you could be struggling with just that, trying to do something different, trying to be that different person that stands out because of something that they say or do, or how they behave is just very distinct from the norm. Some of you could be having a hard time building up the courage to do that, to stand out, because that's something that Virgo energy also is known for, is noticing those things that stick out, that kind of stands out of place. And maybe some of you are afraid to stand out of place, but maybe you're being called to do so. So on this card, it says anticipating future problems and taking preventative actions before they occur. So these are some of the things that I also see you struggling with. You could see a problem that you don't know how to fix, or that you could see unfolding and you may not know how to prevent it as it's crumbling. Like I see okay, that's the image that I just got. I see somebody holding a cake. So maybe your birthday could have just, no, your birthday is always in the spring. So maybe some of you could have just had went to a birthday party recently. But what I'm seeing is like a cake, and somebody's holding this cake, but the cake is so like proportionally off. Like whoever baked it that was their first time baking, honey. Okay, the way that I'm picturing this cake, this cake is all lopsided and everything, kind of like the cake in Sleeping Beauty, if you ever watched that, the old school one. But anyway, yeah, the cake is like so lopsided, so disproportionate that it crumbles. And as it's crumbling, I see someone trying to like hold it together before it just, right? And that's what I see you doing, and like, you know, struggling with. You're trying to hold a crumbling cake. So let's see, what is this proactivity about? Matter of fact, can we just get all the cards, please, for Taurus? What do we have for Taurus? Thank you. First card out is your energy. We have the 6 of Coins. This is about improvement and also volunteering your time or energy or your resources. And then we also have the 10 of Swords in reverse. This is about coming out of fragile mentality, starting to feel empowered again, to get up and dust yourself off again. And then we have the 5 of Vessels, which is also known as the 5 of Cups. This is the cup of the card of grief and remorse and feeling bad about something that you have partaken in that has now caused something to change for the worse or in an undesirable way. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me pause really quick. I'm gonna meditate on these cards to see what all we got, and I'm gonna come back and clarify. All right, so Taurus, I feel like right now what it is that you are doing, I don't know if you are caring for someone, like actively, like, I don't know if you have children or a pet or, okay, or just someone that you care for, maybe like an elderly person in your family, or just someone that you take care of, maybe someone who's sick or grieving or anything like that. But what I feel like you're trying to do is to prevent something from happening that you see in your mind. that I don't actually think is there, because we have purity, and this is ruled by Scorpio energy, and Scorpio energy is known for like purging out, or with it being ruled by Pluto, it's known for purging out all of those toxins, and it helps us to cleanses ourselves out and become revitalized. So I feel like with this coming out as your second card, it's kind of like your solution for the week, for whatever struggles that you could be having at this time. It's just pretty much getting out of your own fears, because I feel like you're trying to prevent something that you fear could happen, but who's to say that that's actually going to happen? Like, what's the evidence leading up to that? Okay, so yeah, now we have confident and mature, clarifying the Six of Pentacles. I really do feel like you're trying to be very, very certain that a particular outcome does not happen. Okay, you do not want something to transpire, because you'll be damned if you do, right? I feel like right now, the reason that you're trying to make sure that something doesn't take place, because you're in the process of improving. You're in the process of making something better than what it once was, or making yourself better than what you once was. Maybe you're trying to build your confidence from a mature source, not just from, material possessions or the people that you're surrounded by. You want your confidence to be, rooted in a substantial source. Some of you could also try to build yourself up financially to where you don't have to ask other people for money. Or, especially with the other oracles that we have pulled for the extended, some of you could be trying to protect yourself from having people come asking you for money, so that you don't have to feel obligated to fork out some money. I mean, you can always say no, but like, how can you turn down somebody who really, really needs it, but it's like you really don't want to give it? Still, you can just say no. Okay, it's still not your obligation, but I feel like it'll be hard for you to do that, especially if you feel like you can help. Now, the second card that we have out, like I said, was purity, and it says shrouds have no pockets. It says free from contamination, innocence, and originality, untainted by outer influence. Okay. And then we have the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is that when it's in reverse, this is that card that says, you know what? Right now, I'm in the clear. I dodged the bullet, but I still feel like there's looming danger ahead. I still feel like there's something lurking around the corner. I feel like this is how you are perceiving it. And I feel like you're being told to cleanse your mind, to purify your mind, because this is a sword's energy. The way we think, the way we perceive things, the way that we communicate, and how that influences our actions. Okay, you're being told to purify this, because you could be being a little bit overprotective at this time. That's why I felt like some of you could be caring for like a child, especially a young child, or a pet, or anything that needs like supervision. You feel like you need to be in this supervisor role. Turning rage into blessings keeps you harmonized. I think one of the other signs had this. I feel like you're just trying to keep the peace, keep things under wraps, keeps your stress levels low. Yeah, because there's something about this situation or this person or whatever it is that you're involved in or thinking about, you don't trust. And you're like, well, because I don't trust this, I'm going to make sure that I don't get, caught in the crossfire if it ever happens, right? Because that is a popular theme with the Ten of Swords. Whenever that comes out, is an act of betrayal, and an undeserved betrayal. This is just like you being blindsided by just, the most grimiest act that somebody can do. And you're trying to be sure that, you're not that blindsided person on a receiving end of that betrayal. So now we have the Five of Cups. You could be acting out of, I just got two stories just in. So some of you could be acting out of like past pain, past experience where this has already happened to you. And then for others of you, the other storyline that I just got, some of you could be in this overprotective role because you feel like you got some karma coming your way. You feel like you've done something that maybe it wasn't the right thing for you to do, knowing it wasn't the right thing to do, but yet you did it anyway. And now you feel bad. You kind of got that guilty conscience a bit. And now you're like, looking over your shoulder like, oh, should I be careful? Should I be careful? Is anybody going, get me back? Because we have eloquence. It says you must answer the devil in his own language, okay? Playing the devil's game. So some of you could have been literally doing that. Now you're like, feeling like everywhere you walk, you're walking on eggshells. So it says fluent or persuasive speaking and writing, graceful communication is what this says. So maybe you feel like you have to watch what you say around other people, especially if it's too that's crazy as hell. I said something about eggshells, not even realizing that these are eggs. I guess, whatever. But what I was about to say, yeah, some of you feel like you need to watch what you say, especially if you're trying to like cover a lie, like you're trying to watch the details. You know what? Just come clean. Come clean, because the more details that you come up with, the more you're going to have to remember, and the easier it is for you to slip up and to get caught in your lies. So, just come clean. I feel like that'd be the easier thing for you to do, especially if you already feel bad, okay? Because with this 5 of Cups, this tells me that something has happened to where somebody got hurt, somebody really felt like they were done wrong, and now whoever was the one that done the other person wrong, they're getting a consequence. They feel bad for it. Or I feel like this is what you're trying to prevent. Someone getting upset at you, Taurus, because of something that you could have said or done. Or maybe what you could have held out on. Some of you on a lighter end of this, some of you just don't feel like dealing with someone's backlash when you tell them no about you lending them some money. And we have not ready. Okay. Some of you said that you were going to help someone invest in a project or just make any sort of investment, maybe time. Maybe you're going to go do like some bonding time with somebody, but maybe you were not ready, okay? Or maybe something wasn't communicated properly. So that whole arrangement didn't happen. And now someone could be, feeling upset about that. Let's see, what else we got going on here for Taurus? All right. We got someone could be preventing a divorce, a broken relationship, connection, severed ties. Maybe someone does not want to go through with this. And then and then we have the 7th house. The situation involves someone's partnership, marriage, business matters. Could be your enemies depending on the situation. Someone is trying to prevent something from happening, or prevent something from prevent some truth from coming out because they feel like it'll cost them their marriage or a long-term agreement. And then become an ex-lover. Wow. So whatever this is, this could be happening in the matters of the home or with your family. Or this could have been a reoccurring issue. Or again, you just having to keep up with something. I'm going to just show you that and let you interpret that on your own. Any other messages for Taurus before we get their final advice and then move on to their extended? If anything resonates so far, Taurus, I would really appreciate it if you like the video and comment on the video as well, and subscribe to the channel because it does allow me to give my best back to you. So thank you in advance. Okay. Any other messages for Taurus at this time? That's a lot. All right. Some of you need to hydrate. Some of you need to nourish yourselves with literal water, or nourish your emotions by expressing them, really feeling them, and really letting them show you which direction you really want to go in. Really understand where it's coming from or where you are coming from. You have something coming to you. Like I said, for some, I feel like it's a confession. Some For some, I see someone giving you like the gift of like a gift basket. That's random, with like drinks and like wine in it. And then some of you are going to go on a journey soon. Some of you could be going back to a family home or the first home that you moved into with a partner. Maybe to be nostalgic a bit. All right. To go down memory lane, to remember how a journey has started, and maybe what you need to nourish it. Maybe that may spark some sort of idea to rekindle something between you two or another. What's your final advice, Taurus? Stay connected. Oh, I think that's beautiful. Stay connected. I feel like if this is not about staying connected with another person, at least stay connected with yourself and your inner truth and your emotions. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and remind you what your oracles were, and then to answer your question that you had asked. So for your significant connections, trust issues are affecting this, but someone here is inspired to change. And then in regards to your finances, you need to protect your money because someone here is likely to steal your ideas or just be all up in your financial business for, shiesty reasons. And then in regards to a question or anything else you can experience this week, likely, we have 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it. And don't you dare cry over a fuck boy or a fuck girl. Okay. So what is your answer to your question? Now, be reminded that this is a general question, general reading. You're going to get a general answer. If you want something a little bit more specific, just book with me and I'll be more than happy to help you. Okay. So any final answers for Taurus, please? In the affirmative, something will be confirmed to you. Okay. That is your answer, Taurus. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about it over there in the extended. Just click that first link down below and I'll see you there. So until next time, next week. Bye.